Hey guys, Tatsuko58 here, back with another ArtSpear video for you guys. Tonight I'm continuing Fanfictasia with episode 3, Guiltfinger. This episode released December of 2022, almost 2 years ago now. And I remember this episode being a real game changer. The Fanfic 10, the leaders of the Fanfictasia, like the elected leaders, one of them's being suspected of being the killer, and they're trying to figure out who it is. That's where the last episode left off, and I don't really remember much of what happens during these interrogations, but I do remember there being a huge twist at the end that I will not mention until later. So let's jump right in and see what episode 3 has to offer us tonight. And click.
Not exactly your usual suspects. Number 1, step forward and read the phrase you've been given.
Give me the Orblet, you flipping cob nibbler. No one ever said this. Why am I reading it?
And who's picking them out of this lineup? We don't have any witnesses except for you and me, and we didn't see a damn thing because the lights were out. Also, they're all genuine suspects, and they couldn't look any more different.
But it makes for a great
Yeah.
shot.
Only like half of them are like
This
villains.
is a police station for Valhalla's sake. And get these suspects into interrogation immediately. One of them is guilty, and we're going to find out who, no matter what it takes.
Marvel's Hela and...
Guiltfinger!
Oh yeah, I remember they did like a... I remember they do like a theme song to it, a parody of a James Bond.
Guiltfinger! She'd make a baby rattle, spill all its beans. Guiltfinger! Boy, if you
Yeah,
don't say so,
Guiltfinger, by the way, it's obviously a play on Goldfinger, that James Bond movie, so...
The only pattern that's emerging is a 10-pointed star.
Oh, there must be some character out there who can resurrect these victims just for a second, just so we can find out who killed them.
No.
Oh, I know. Why don't we go back in time and catch them in the act?
No,
Just
no.
before the act.
We broke the rules already, and this is what happened. We could be playing right into the killer's hands again. No, we need to win back the public's trust by solving this the old-fashioned way.
Fair enough.
With our brains.
Life keeps throwing obstacles in my face. Do we have any idea what caused the blackout?
Outside witnesses reported a lightning strike. Origin hidden in the clouds. So, could have been natural.
Thought you could control all that stuff.
Well, I can make it happen. I've never tried stopping it from happening. I mean, under what circumstances? Well, maybe if
True.
I paid for an outdoor catered affair.
So a literal bolt from the blue. In other words, a dead end.
What about these brands? There's a lot of Oscar buzz out there.
Oscar died 8 years ago.
But what if something, remains of him? What if there's an Oscar curse? Or maybe some kind of posthumous Oscar?
Please!
Oh yeah, that Orblet definitely has something to do with that. I think they're planning on resurrecting Oscar with it.
10 suspects in interrogation.
Like, that's why I still think they're gonna do it anyway.
Dozen interrogations.
I guess we'll find
I
out
like that they're all different colors too.
in the
Looks up
new
there.
episode.
Problem is we can only hold them for 48 hours, and that's not enough time to properly interrogate 10 political figures.
Not to worry. I put out a casting call for outside help. I'm the world's greatest detective. I think you would find though. Perhaps you're not fan, but
Is that the original version of Sherlock Holmes, or
the world's
what?
greatest detective. I'm the world's greatest detective.
Ah,
You're one of the suspects.
That doesn't change the fact.
Get back in
I mean, they could have at least like gotten another Batman or something. Like, that would have been an interesting thing to check out.
7 deadly sins.
Batman interrogating Batman. I would have loved to see how that went.
Up to mere coincidence. We need to look into that. What's in the box? Donuts. You glutton.
Those are donuts? That looks more like a pizza box.
Packing to be done. I think I've got it handled.
You're a pet detective. When we say collared a suspect, we don't mean...
Alrighty then. But if you watch my movies closely, and I recommend we all do, you'll see I can read people just as well.
Yeah, he did do that one. He did investigate that one murder scene.
Has anyone asked
Pretty well.
Batman's whereabouts?
That man is human.
Is he?
It's gotta be Hannibal. A lamb doesn't change his all-white coloring. Have you considered that it may be less of a whodunit and more of a who didn't done it? I mean, they all seem very untrustworthy.
Ah, my thoughts exactly. It's as though we have the same mind, no? I suspect foul play.
We all suspect foul play.
But I suspect it with a southern accent.
Ha.
Point.
Were there any bodily fluids found? This isn't a sex crime. Yet.
Yeah. Hello there, name's Basil.
Oh, Great Mouse Detective. I never saw that one, actually. I heard it was good.
Well, at
The
risk of
Quinstitute.
sounding cliche, Norman, I think this can all be traced back to your mother.
But I am Norman Bates's mother.
Damn it, Norman. We were on the verge of a breakthrough. For the last time, if you make an appointment as Norman Bates, you have to stay as Norman Bates until the end of the session. Otherwise, I'm charging you double.
Norman doesn't need
Yeah, he's a psycho, alright.
trusted boy.
Yeah.
I should know. I'm his best friend.
Hey, Selena, did my 9 o'clock confirm?
Princess Peach has been detained by the police.
All right, the Volt thing. I can't believe they actually opened it. Oh well, the cancellation was within 24 hours, so charge her in full.
Actually, Doc, the detective just called.
I don't do criminal profiling anymore. Too much heartache.
No, Doc. You've been called down to the station for questioning.
They'll never take me alive!
Ah.
Oh, sorry, I don't know where that came from. That was the old me.
Yeah.
Don't apologize.
Okay, pay attention.
Fourth wall
This is the
demolitions.
important part. Why can't Ego do this stuff? We should be enjoying a beautiful day off.
Ego's too busy creating new things. The destruction of the old is a job for real men.
Well, real people. And all it takes is a little while. Coyote.
Ha. Acme.
Why the heck do we keep using Acme products? They only work when you don't want them to. That company has no quality control.
I mean, seriously, they were supposed to do a whole movie surrounding that issue, man.
That was a lie.
Come on, D, we can't...
Dang
lose
Warner
the
Brothers for
contract.
canceling that.
The guy can do this stuff in seconds. It's not even fair.
Okay, but if I get blown up again and have to appear in my family Christmas photo like this, I'll be very broken up.
Ah.
Soulmate?
Puddle, I gotta stop by the cop shop.
What did you do?
For questioning. Can you pick me up? You busy?
Oh, Independence Day? Yeah.
This is our job!
Independent contractors.
Afternoon just got blown wide open.
This outside help is useless. We're just going to have to do it ourselves. We'll speed interrogate.
Oh my goodness. These last few episodes of Thor and Order have received the highest ratings the show has ever gotten. People are really responding to the true crime aspect.
I don't care about the ratings of your stupid show.
And according to the focus groups, your character has tested higher than any guest star we've ever had.
I'm not a character or a guest star, and I don't even care about any of that either. I mean, what does higher even mean? Like, how high is high? Like, how high are we talking?
Well, they say you've more than tripled the scores of the previous best testing guest star, Santa Claus, and he tested through the roof.
Well, I'm sure that if that sort of thing made any difference to me, I'd... But it doesn't, so I don't care. Santa Claus couldn't guest star his way out of a cloth sack. Guest star. I'm the co-lead.
We have to film the interrogations live. Let people see you at your best.
That's completely against procedure, as I'm sure you are unaware.
Oh, you're right. We don't want to release vital information during an open investigation. All those millions of viewers saying they want to see more of you in action will still continue to tune in. I'm fairly
She's
certain.
gonna cave in, man.
Insist, then
She's gonna
fine.
cave.
I'm not
It's
insisting.
fine, Thor. Maybe a viewer will come forward with some more information after seeing me, seeing us, lay into these high-ranking suspects.
Oh, it's definitely going to make waves.
Black Pearl.
Where'd this squall come from?
I'm pretty sure King Triton found out his daughter was dating a half-human.
I thought Aquaman controlled the sea.
Yeah, a lot of characters control the sea. Right, Calypso?
That is true.
I'll see what I can do.
If I'd known she had crabs, I never would have docked in her cove, mate.
Hey, is everything properly clicked together?
There she rolls!
Stop that head. It's headed
take a dump without... Oh!
Well, it worked.
Scream all you like. It doesn't change the facts. All 10 of the Fanfic 10 are being held as suspects in both the killing spree and the theft of the Orblet. They won't go anywhere.
Yeah, Ron Burgundy, man. Anchor man. Been a long time since I've seen those movies.
Hello, Fanfictasia. Thor here. Welcome to this unprecedented special live television event. Thor and Order. True crime. This time, the story isn't just ripped from the headlines. It is the headline.
Thor, coming.
Name for the record.
James. Bond, James, but wait, damn it. I messed it up. Can you ask me the question again, please?
We got it.
I'll have you know, I've been trained to withstand torture. Oh, God. Who puts Velcro on a folder? I'll tell you everything.
So you said you had
Personally, I can't stand the sound of paper ripping, so I can kind of relate there. It's different than Velcro, but still.
We'll look into that.
Can we get you anything to drink?
You wouldn't have what I'd want.
Yeah, you're probably right. Ooh, that's all shaken.
Bugger my life.
This was almost certainly the work of revolting little children.
Is that why you killed Alita and Sailor Moon? You're disgusted by the youth of today?
I put aside my killing ways when I came to this world. Same as you, detective.
Is that true for your other colleagues?
You think I'm going to turn a rat?
Is this plexiglass barrier truly necessary? I haven't gnawed anyone's face off in 8 years, and that was war.
I thought familiar surroundings might put you in the mood to share your insight into the mind of a serial killer.
I suspect you
that's
may
fair.
find the thief's methods and my own are not so dissimilar.
You're saying they ate the Orblet?
Let's make a deal. I tell you things about this case. You tell me things about yourselves. Fair trade, give and receive, an eye for an eye, tit for tat, take a penny, leave a penny.
Quid pro quo.
If you want to sound pretentious.
Do you actually have any insight into the case?
No, I do not. Your turn. When you were growing up, what was your relationship like with your father?
We're not about to discuss personal...
I would describe it as reprehensibly inconsistent. At least it was in my case.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know exactly what it means.
All these years you blamed me for our father's decision to banish you to hell. I was just a baby.
And he chose you over me.
I think this is a little more information than he was
But you
expecting.
wouldn't lay down your swords.
He made me who I was, and the second you popped out, I just became a shameful reminder of the man he used to be.
I honestly feel like I've been overserved in this information exchange.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, how could I be responsible when I never even knew you existed?
Good morning, detectives.
What the hell? We just came from you.
Oh, well, better go to the
Mystique.
next one.
Nice try, Mystique. Is this really necessary?
Wait a second. How do we know you're really Mystique?
How could someone else look like me? I can look like others. They can't look like me, you idiot.
I mean, unless they work really hard and apply makeup.
As far as we're aware, you're the only one who can control the Orblet. Makes it difficult to conceive a motive for anyone other than you stealing it.
That
Unless their
is
motive
true.
to
She did use it to
prevent
regenerate the warriors after Oscar was killed.
Why not just kill you? Good question. If you find them, be sure to ask. I think we can help you. The way I see it, this was all just a harmless case of mistaken identity. You just thought it was a big, shiny coin.
No, I didn't.
All you have to do is pull it out of your hammer space and hand it to me.
But I didn't take it. I don't even collect coins anymore. I'm past all that. Really. I'm big into stamps.
Well then, you won't mind if I just leave this here for a minute or two. Come, Thor. Let's go.
Ah. Poor Peach, man.
Hela.
Oh, how are you, my sweet stepsister? Been seeing so much of you on the tube lately.
I'm busy. What do you want?
Want? You mean other than to simply connect with my family and offer
Loki
some
Pez.
in these uncertain times?
Chew wisely.
All those powerful artifacts sitting in that vault, and the only one the thief interfered with was that tiny Orblet. No evidence since any of the others was so much as touched.
The vault is sealed and everything else is secure.
Well, so we thought.
I must say, sis,
Those of us who handed our weapons over to the Fanfic 10 8 years ago for safekeeping are a little concerned.
You can tell them that those weapons haven't belonged to them since they handed them over, and then you can go back to flogging your dime store garbage and let me do my job.
Tell them I'm
Yeah,
still waiting on my
novelties,
low-key
man.
chain order. The last one has shipping damage.
How are you on?
I have a small battery in the base of my skull, but it won't last long. Is there anybody on this vessel with the skill to repair me?
If you were made of wood, we may have had a chance.
Did you see the one who did this to you?
The memory, it's incomplete. It all happened very fast. Ito and I were on a boat fishing. Ito. Where is Dr. Ito?
I don't know. He ain't aboard.
Something hit me from behind. Before I blacked out, I glimpsed a face. I didn't recognize it, but I can still see it in my mind. If I had a hand, I could draw it. What if you described it to a sketch artist?
Do we have a sketch artist?
We do.
Ah!
I'll draw the suspect like one of my French girls.
Or draw them like I described them to you?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll just sketch anyone, won't you? Doesn't matter how many limbs they've lost. Well, know this, Jack. My heart will go on.
Wait, what?
Rose! Don't you worry, Jack. I took preventative measures after her last attempt.
That's a big door.
Ah.
Hey, it is a king size. Plenty of room for 2 people.
Good call, Barbosa.
Tell me
Good
this
call.
Yesterday, when you found out.
I guess it slipped my mind what with the serial killer on the loose and the impregnable vault being robbed. Plus, you know how you get every time I so much as mention Miss Mantis.
The same way you get when I talk about Batman.
Don't even mention that homewrecker to me.
Motley wouldn't start a fight.
Miss Mantis wouldn't lie.
Miss Mantis may not know the whole story. Miss Mantis isn't exactly fluent in human psychology.
Well, at least she's not a suspect in multiple homicides like a certain pointy-eared, cape-wearing douche.
Batman doesn't kill people. It's his one rule.
Yeah, because vigilantes never break rules.
Brought in some outside help for this one.
Oh, is it gonna be a Joker? It's gonna be that team from Dark Knight.
Jeez, that's solid graphite.
Let's start with the head.
Yeah.
So you finally broke your one little rule.
I didn't kill anyone.
That one of your friends did. Must be disheartening. You flew solo for so long, and then the second you form a league, everything goes tits up.
We've had 8 years of peace.
Ah, peace. The dreary downtime between wars.
Like I said,
You
War and
spent
Peace is an
3
endless
years
cycle.
in the Ivory Tower, Batman. You can't see from up there, but on the streets the fuse is lit. And all it takes is a little push. Heroes v Villains. Dawn of Anarchy. Which side will you be on? Now I'm not so sure. There was a time when they'd be calling you in here to interrogate me. Oh, how the tables have turned.
Okay, maybe they didn't turn all that much.
When the lights went out, I switched to my bat sonar. I was the only one who saw everything.
And what did you see?
Nothing. I mean is, not one of us moved from where we were standing.
Did you see what happened to the Orblet?
No. I only know it couldn't have been one of us that took it.
Honestly, Natasha, no one here suspects you of stealing the Orblet.
Glad to hear it.
Which is exactly what makes you my #1 suspect.
Thanks, Thor.
Don't try and use our history together to your advantage. I was the only OG Avenger you never flirted with. You think I didn't notice? I noticed.
Thor, you may have a conflict of interest here. The more time we waste in here, the more time the killer has. Since the 10 of you have been in here, we've had no reports of any wrongdoings.
Not so much as an FUI.
We know you were in the Uncanny Valley at the time of the last murder.
You know, because I'm the one who called it in.
But you didn't stick around.
I was called to the Fanfic Temple.
What exactly did you see?
As I was flying over the forest, I saw a brilliant flash of light in the distance.
went over to where I saw it and found the body of Sailor Moon.
Wasn't so brilliant then, was it?
Brilliant, as in bright, you imbecile?
Speaking of light, in the vault blackout, why didn't you use the Loomis spell to see what was happening?
My wand is at home. I don't have a license to carry it in public.
Convenient.
I'm not the killer and neither are my friends. You're barking up the wrong Whomping Willow.
No interrogation
True, but
today.
they are suspects
What
nonetheless.
torture device to strap me into?
They were at the scene of the
What kind
crime.
of Mickey Mouse operation are you running here?
Chief Inspector Mouse has prohibited all enhanced interrogation techniques.
I don't have time for this. You will open the door and allow
No
me to
way.
leave on my own recognizance.
That only works on the weak-minded.
Indeed. And you're free to go, by the way. Just remember it's on your own recognizance.
Ha!
Why'd you do it?
What happened to innocent until proven guilty?
You're Darth Vader. Hello? Look up villain in the dictionary and you'll find your Wikipedia page.
That's archetypist profiling, you archetypist pig.
Oh, force choke. Come on, Vader. It's a place of business.
Yeah. So, Mr. Vader.
Oh, that got resolved quickly.
That name no longer has any meaning for me.
Batman claims none of you changed position when the lights went out. But you don't need to walk over to something to pick it up, do you, Darth?
Nice.
But I can't make something disappear. Unless that something is a Jedi I've just struck down who then becomes one with the Force. Darth, you're privy to energy fields beyond our understanding. Perhaps you could lend us your Force perspective. When the power went out, I sensed something. A presence I've not felt since.
Yes? Go on.
Since the arena. What presence? The really dark side.
It wasn't just the blackout.
Maybe. Living dual lives, I see. 9 to 5, teaching archaeology to horny college girls, and on the weekends, Robin Gray.
Horny college girls.
Practicing archaeology. Ah, you say tomato, I say tomato. I also hear that you like to obtain rare antiquities of a certain goldish hue. Ark of the Covenant, the original tablet case. Shankara stones, collector 5. And holy crap, it's the holy grail of carpenter cars.
Holy crap, it's the holy grail. Okay.
Wasn't there a crystal skull or
It
something?
doesn't fit the pattern, I'm ignoring it.
Yeah.
Here's the real pattern.
Yeah, that's the one thing that wasn't gold.
Keep them, do you, Jones? And thus the pattern continues, because you're not going to keep this one either. Hand it over, Junior.
Look, I gave you the anonymous note with the TOON coordinates on it. What more do you want? If you ask me, you're wasting your time with the 10 of us. The real killer is out there somewhere, free as a bird.
No one else but you and Dr. Jones touched this note?
Yes. Were there other fingerprints?
We'll see what the lab comes back with.
The killer must have wanted that tomb to be discovered.
Is that how you typically justify defiling the sacred burial chambers of the deceased? They wanted me to do it.
It wasn't supposed to be a real tomb.
Right. Recreational tomb raiding. The latest craze. We'll see if your raiding buddy backs you up on that.
Hello? She's here.
Nice color scheme. Very cheerful.
Hello again, Miss Quinn. Or is it Mrs. Wilson?
Actually, I kept my last name because I value my own identity. You should try it, Detective Odin's daughter.
Not supposed to clap. Sorry.
Indiana Jones and Lara Croft in a tomb, I get. But you're a therapist.
A person can be more than one thing.
So true. Like how a mother of 2 with a 9-to-5 office job and a marriage that's lost its spark can just snap one day and go on a killing spree.
Or how a dedicated detective can abandon her principles to the lure of the spotlight. How's the audio quality in there, Payne? Should I speak louder?
I'll do whatever's required to catch this killer. That's my principle.
Whatever you say, Hel.
Lara and Indy told us you were visibly shaken by the discovery in the tomb. You don't strike me as someone who shakes easily.
Really depends on the song.
Was it because you didn't plan on your handiwork being discovered?
I saved that evidence. You wouldn't even have it to question me about.
Then what was it? What did you think when you saw the skull? What scared you, Quinn?
Come on, explain the
Do you
dreams.
dream?
What?
When you sleep, do you dream?
Sometimes.
Do you nightmare?
I don't think nightmare is a verb.
I do. I nightmare.
And what is your nightmare, Miss Quinn?
Why were the victims branded with an Oscar?
What is your nightmare?
Oh my god.
What the? Who the hell are you?
Citizens of Fanfictasia, we represent the Order of the Oscar. The war of Fanfictasia is upon you. We come from a future strewn with the bodies of villains, slaughtered by so-called heroes. But now the tide will turn. We have eliminated the top lieutenants in the heroic alliance.
Solid strategy. Shut your hole, dickwad.
Oscar was right. We are all here for one purpose. To decide, once and for all, who lives and who dies. And now the future is ours.
Wow.
That doll. Where did you get that doll? That doll belongs to my daughter. Did you hurt my daughter?
No. I.
I'm your daughter.
Hi, Mom.
Ah,
No. That's not true.
yeah, I remember this twist, man.
Can I get another one of these?
Ah! Ugh.
Sorry.
That
Mom.
scene was still weird in that Star Wars movie, man.
Wrong side.
Intense.
Doesn't make any sense.
I can't believe that crazy East German witch was right.
The muddy footprints. They've just come from the uncanny valley.
The brilliant flash of light.
Thor,
Time
turn
travel.
the cameras off. Where are Ms. Quinn's children?
Don't you mean when are they? They could be any when.
I don't mean the two that just left. I mean their present-day versions.
They're most likely in school. Why?
Why are you asking where my kids are?
Yeah, why is she asking about our kids?
It seems they're in need of firmer education.
Hey, what the?
Oh man.
Don't you dare go near my kids!
Thor with me.
Wait, Hela, we can't.
You wanted this job. Now you have to finish.
Yeah, I remember this scene, man. Pretty intense. In fact, this was the one scene I was dreading on seeing again, honestly.
Sorry.
Puddle, can you move?
Only my left arm.
I gotta stop him.
Get Batman.
I need to get to my dear Watson Elementary immediately. They're going after my kids.
To the Bat Pod.
Up there on the left.
My dear Watson Elementary.
Harley Quinn and Christian Bale, Batman. You're under arrest for escaping custody.
Oh, please, you can't let her do this.
You stand between a mother and her children, and you call yourself a hero.
I call myself a law-abiding citizen of Fanfictasia. I wouldn't expect a billionaire vigilante to understand.
Run, Harley.
Theatricality and deception!
Miss Mantis, where are my kids?
In the yard.
The fact the Waterworld's tripod is a cop now, man. That's some serious character development, honestly.
True. You can't be our kids. We're good parents. I know it's still early days, but time will tell.
Time has told, Miss Quinn. You just don't like what it had to say.
Yep, intense.
Wow, thank you for being a star witness to this video.
Rita and Joseph have been making videos like this for 7 deadly years.
If you enjoyed it, please
investigate their channel further. There are so many hidden things to discover.
And if you have the motive to share, like, comment, and subscribe, the means is at your fingertips, and the opportunity is now.
Prime doesn't pay, but YouTube doesn't pay much more. Join our Patreon or become a channel member to help support future ArtSpear projects and gain access to exclusive content, just like our Spearheads of Destiny and our Golden Spearheads.
Ah, is it time for my brilliant submission? Help us, s'il vous plaît.
The James Bond. Name's Bond. Wait, that wasn't correct either. What the hell did I just say?
Would you please stop practicing that line?
Think they'll ever let us out of here, Peach?
I sure hope so.
Did I ever tell you that your name is remarkably similar to the names of the sorts of women I typically...
It's not gonna happen, James.
Blimey, this just isn't my day.
Okay, the fact that they were still in the interrogation rooms was actually really funny. But yeah, the episode was an intense one, but it was still really interesting nonetheless. Episode interrogating all the suspects most of the time. Honestly, it was a lot more interesting than I remember. They made a lot of fair points on heroes and villains. They made a lot of fair points on setups and stuff. The role reversal for Joker interrogating Batman, that's definitely the kicker here. But it wasn't all that reversed because Batman still can't beat the shit out of him at the end. Yeah, pretty crazy video, man. But yeah, I remember being shocked when I saw the future version of Harley and Deadpool's kids. I still want to know what drove them towards that, you know? Still a lot of unanswered questions. And even the next episode doesn't really answer all that much either. But I'm going to be watching that one next, and that's going to be posted later tonight. I hope you guys see that. Anyway, that does it for this reaction video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Later.